So it's selling guy 60. I got this lawnmower, and from the lady I was working on her air conditioner a couple weeks ago. It's sitting out back. I asked her, didn't have any wheels in the back, and she said, "Yeah, go ahead, take it. Making a banging noise." So I'm thinking by banging noise is probably, wrist pin or the rod's about ready to fly out of it or something. So here I'll show you. There's the lawnmower. I already pulled the top off it, the pull start. I pulled the head off it because I shot some starting fluid in, and when I started it up, it did this banging noise. Bang, bang. I was like, wow. So I pulled the head off, and I'm thinking to myself, well, it doesn't feel like the rod, because what I did here, and I'll show you, zoom in. Put the piston up the top dead center, and I was trying to feel if I felt any slop in there. Feels pretty tight, not a bunch of clunking around. It's nice and tight, moves, doesn't make any noise. So I flipped it up on its side. And I shall show you what I found. I'll back it up a little bit, forward, back. Right there. That's spinning. See if I can see my finger here. This tab is supposed to be up into this groove. And you see the marks here? So when this thing started up and was going bang, 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 the blade was spinning and this was holding still. Let's see if I can get you. See if you can see that when I'm doing this. How am I going to do this here? Alright, hang on. I put my gloves down. See if I can get the right angle on this one. There we go. Okay. Now watch. See? Spinning. So this thing is spinning around, and that's what that banging noise is. So it's not the motor. So I'm going to get my air wrench. I'm going to spin this off, get this all tightened up, and then maybe I'll pull the carburetor off this. I can put the head back on it, torque it down to specs, and put it all back together and start it. If it starts good, seems like it runs okay, I'll just drain the oil out of it and I'll put it underneath with this one. This is a good running engine. So, I mean, that one was free and so was this one. So, we'll try that out and see if we can't get it to run without it banging away. Yeah, most time you get the banging noise, it's usually the pin or the rod, or you get on it with other things that make it bang. But I thought that was kind of interesting, that the blade was, I've had them where the blade was loose and it was spinning around and there's little tabs and it was banging on the tabs, so every time you hit something heavy it would bang, 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 bang. So that's that. So I'll take it apart, put it back together, and I'll put the motor all together, clean the carb, and I'll shoot some video, see if we can get it going. Maybe it's one worth saving. Better than putting it in the scrap pile. Alright, and I got it for free. That's always a good price. Alrighty, well, I got it off. And if you can see here, see that little round spot right there? That's supposed to be sticking up. So the blade went around that thing, and it must have been making that racket for a while and wore that tab off. And I don't have I have another one, but it's for the inch shaft. I've got one here, but it's for the older inch crankshaft one, and this is the 3/4 inch shaft. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Thought I had an extra one somewhere. Maybe I could drill those out and tap it and put a couple bolts in it. Or maybe I could find another one, I don't know. I have to figure some way of holding that blade on there until I start it up to see how it runs. But then if I don't have this is part of the balance of it. You have to have the blade on here when you go to pull it. If you try to start this thing without the blade, it'll pull the recoil right back in, pull your arm out of the socket basically. It pops back. So I've tried it. So you have to have that big long blade on here to counterbalance it, and I don't know what condition the engine's in and whether the engine even runs right. Have to think about that one. Alright, just thought I'd show you. Catch you later. Hello YouTubers. Did a quick fix on this part. I drilled it out. You can see here my drill press, used the drill press, drilled the holes, and I put some rivets in here just to hold it in place. So that's all it's supposed to do, is just to hold it in place. It won't turn now. It's hitting on those rivets. And then this piece here goes on the top, goes through it like this here. And these tabs were bent up a little bit, so I had to bend them back down. See the arch in there now? So now there's still little tabs right there. You can see it right there. Little tab there, and there's a little tab on the other side. There it is. And that should sit down in there. I put a little bit of an arch on that thing so that it'll, when I tighten this down to torque, it should hold that down nice and tight. And the reason I'm doing that is I need to do a compression check. So when I do the compression test on this, I have to have that blade on there, or that when you go to pull it, it'll kick back on you. It's got a flywheel on the top, but the counterbalance is the actual blade on the bottom. That actually helps it move, run better with the blade on the bottom. So I'm going to put all that on there, throw the head on it, do a compression check, and see if it's worth saving. If the compression check doesn't show very good results, then I'll probably just end up scrapping it. But hey, it's all a process. Alright, bye. Alright, well, can't win them all. I did a compression check on it, it was like 60 psi. And then I decided to take the float bowl off, see if there's any crap in the carburetor. And what was in the carburetor? One of the plugs. These are little discs, round, look like a little coin, and they go into the carburetor. So that means I had to take the carburetor off and pop that back in there, pop the carburetor back on. Plus it's got bad compression. It's done. So I'll be scrapping this one for parts too. I'll probably save maybe save the piston in the rod, and pull the rings off the piston, and if I need to use the piston on another one, maybe has a broken rod or something, I can do that. So it's parts. Not everything is always a where am I? Not everything is always a happy ending, but get some parts off it. Alright, this is Rick. See you later. Bye. Hello, it's Selling Guy 60. Got something new today. Let's see if we can get this thing to go out. There we go. I found a snowblower. It's June. I think it's June, what is the date today? 10th? 11th? 10th? What's the phone say? It's the 13th. Wrong. Got this little Toro snowblower. Found out in the pile of, somebody wanted to throw it out. It's got duct tape all over holding the top on it. Here's the lid here. There it is. Now this is a 2-cycle mower. It's got electric start on it. I think this is a Tecumseh engine. I kind of messed around before the electric start works. We can see that right now. It kicks in right there. So we're going to try some starting fluid and see if it starts. If it starts, then I'm going to keep it and put it back in the shed, and I'll see if I can't use it this winter. It's got a carburetor down in there. I'm going to shoot some starting fluid into it. Turn the key on, and we'll see if it starts. Hey, it was free. Alright. Let's set this thing up. Shoot some starting fluid in it. See if it'll pop off. Alright, let's turn the key to on. We'll put the choke. Choke's working. Shoot some starting fluid into it. Good. Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Let's see if that'll help. Maybe it'll start. Let's see. Hey, it works. So we have spark, we have fuel. Alright. Cool. It's nice to have something that actually runs. Don't know how long it's going to run for, but I guess we'll find out later on. So, got a project for later on. I've got this little snow blower, but it's a little electric one Flo bought me for doing our little driveway. And it works most of the time. I didn't even use it this year. I bought it and put it in the garage here, and I shoveled up because, you know, we'd have, you know, a couple inches of snow or an inch of snow. So, hey, maybe I'll make a go-kart or something out of it. It's 2.5 horsepower motor. Can't really pull too much with it. Sure have a probably good time trying to pull me around at 215 pounds. So, hey, it works. It's a good day. All right, catch you later. Bye.